everyone, and welcome to John Talks Indian Cinema. I am your host, the Indian Cine-MANIAC, back with another 10ish-minute review. Okay, all you 600 subscribers out there, 600 and counting. I had to say that because it sounds so cool to say. And 1,000 is there. I see it in the horizon. We're going to get there slowly but surely. And maybe films like this will help. So the film I'm going to review is a Sunny Deol film. And somebody suggested, and this is a longtime viewer of the channel, but they suggested I watch, since the Sunny Deol trailer reaction got so much traction, I should watch a Sunny Deol film. Now, Kelly Singh is also a huge Sunny Deol fan and has given me a bunch of films to watch. And this one wasn't from Cully, however. This was from Siddhant Gambhir 2. Siddhant Gambhir 2. And the film that he said to watch is Apne or Apne from 2007, a Sunny Deol film directed by Anil Sharma. And it stars Dharmendra, who I've seen actually in a couple of things. Sholay, Ghayal, and Rocky and Rani. Sunny Deol, who I've seen in Ghayal, Chup, and Blank. Bobby Deol, who I've recently seen in Animal and Love Hostel, where, you know, I can't even believe that's the same guy in this film. Shilpa Shetty Kundra, Katrina Kaif, and you guys know how I feel about Katrina Kaif, E.K. the Tiger, Bharat, Doom 3, Karo Care. If you need a mother in a movie, she's your go-to. Devdas, Rain De Basante, Main Huna, and Johnny Brown, who plays the bad guy in this. And the only thing I've seen him in before, and I didn't recognize him, was he was in The Wire, a show that played here in the States. So, okay, so a couple of things before I begin with the review. First of all, to be fair, Siddhant Gambhir 2, I really wouldn't call this a Sunny Deol film. This was much more about Dharmendra than it was about Sunny Deol, or for that matter, Bobby Deol. And that kind of surprised me. Now, here's the other idiotic, moronic thing about me. As I'm watching the film, I know Sunny and Bobby are brothers. I know that. So I'm watching the film and I'm going, geez, it's amazing how much these two look like Dharmendra. That's really interesting, the way they've kind of got that same look. So, of course, after I watch these films, I research them and I find out he is their actual father. I had no idea. So that was quite a awakening call for me, that because he's good. I mean, he's really good. The stuff I've seen him in, I've really enjoyed him. I just did not make the connection, obviously, because his name isn't Deol. It's always Dharmendra, only one name, like Elvis. So that was a little bit shocking. So that was really interesting. So the story is, again, I think, a simple one. Dharmendra plays a ex-boxer, and in flashbacks they show his boxing, and I was like, wow, they really did some great CGI de-aging. And then I found out it was from an older film of his where he played a boxer. And he was supposed to go to the Olympics, and he was accused of doping and got thrown out. So he was bitter about it. In fact, it starts off with a flashback he's sitting on a park bench, and you hear his voiceover, and he's kind of talking about his life. And then they tee up a flashback. And so he's not coaching anymore, he's not boxing, and he's bitter about it. And then something comes up where he can coach again. He's asked to coach. And at first he says no. But then he realizes how much he misses it, and his wife says he should do it. There's another thing I got to tell you. Some of these films that you guys recommend, I can't stream. So I have to watch them on YouTube. And I know I've mentioned this 1,000 times, but this was pretty funny. The auto translate doesn't really capture everything, because there's one scene where she's trying to understand why he doesn't want to do it, and the translation said, You don't want them to know that you don't have sex with your own son. And I seriously doubt that's what they actually said. That would be a completely different movie, wouldn't it? So, so you also find out in a flashback. Now, this wasn't clear right away, but they flash back to a factory where there's an accident and a child damages his hand. Well, then it kind of becomes clear that the three kids that were there were Dharmendra's kids. So it was Angad, uh, Karan, and Simran, the sister. Because now you see Karan as an adult who's a singer, and he's always got his hand in his pocket because he can't really move it. So as a result of that, Dharmendra really wants nothing to do with the older son, played by Sunny Deol. So, so then this a rich friend of his decides that they're gonna because boxing in India isn't such a big deal. So he wants to. This rich guy wants to make it a big deal. So he's creating this tournament, and it was called like a boxing giant, world boxing giant event. That's what it's called. Um, so he wants to get someone from India to become a world class boxer to fight in another tournament where India can get recognition, the World Championship. So then he decides he's going to do it, and he ends up mentoring a young boxer. So the young boxer lies to him. I shouldn't give the whole story. That doesn't matter. It's an old movie. Um, he the young boxer ends up getting a different coach because he says this guy isn't the best coach, and so he turns on him after he's kind of guided him and helped him become a better boxer. Now he's all bitter again. Now a fight starts between Karan, and the young boxer, um, and then the father is so upset about this happening that he starts swinging and stuff. So now Karan's trying to hold him with his one good arm, and the father keeps throwing him to the ground. Well, through the power of the mind, and you could see this coming a mile away. By the way, his arm that he has not been able to use since the accident, all of a sudden reaches around the father to hold him, and now he can move his hand. So it was a miracle, which is fortuitous because now the father can train him to box in the same tournament where the young guy who betrayed him is going to box. So he trains for about, you know, 20 minutes and now is ready to fight. It's obviously longer than 20 minutes, but realistically, for someone who hasn't used their arm in so many years, probably could have used a little more training. Just one little critique, okay? So he gets in a fight with this. First, he beats the first guy easily. Now he's going to take on the champion, which is played by Johnny Brown, Luca. Big dude, loud, talks a lot. Well, in that fight, Karan is beating the crap out of him. And then he puts something on his hands. I don't know what it was. Maybe it was lye. That's the old fighters used to do that. Gets it in his eyes. Now he can't see. And this was really, I mean, and during the fight choreography was okay. But the one thing they did when you got punched in the ribs and they broke your ribs, they cut to an x-ray where you show the ribs actually breaking. That was pretty effective. So, and this is the last round of the fight. He gets pretty much knocked out. He's in the hospital in a coma. And now, and this is why I'm saying it really wasn't a Sunny Deol film. Now, Sunny Deol, who's a business guy, has been supporting the younger brother, in the fighting, but now comes back and sees that there was cheating involved. They discover this. So now there's going to be a rematch with Luca, but this time Sunny Deol's going to train to fight him. And again, the training montage is about, 20 minutes long, and now he's ready to fight. And they go in the ring and they fight, and spoilers here, he wins. and the family comes together. Now, that's the story, right? And that's a million boxing films you've seen in your life. So the story's a two, okay? Because it's a million times. There's a little bit of Rocky in it, obviously. It reminded me of Brothers a little bit, the family dynamic. Now the performances, I liked the performances. Uh, I thought, I thought Dharmendra was the best. I thought he was the film. He carried the film because it's really all about him through his eyes. Um, and this film is much less about boxing and more about the family dynamic. And there's a lot of emotional scenes about the family figuring out how they're going to come together after the accident where that caused separation with the family. And it was all about the father's acceptance. He wants Sunny Deol's character wants the father to love him, but the father is having a tough time with that. So it really was much more about family drama than it was about boxing. So the performances, I give the performances a three. They were okay. Um, it was a little melodramatic, much less grounded than some of the other stuff I've seen. Maybe later on. I don't know. 2007. You guys all tell me the same thing. The 80s in India look like the 70s. The 90s look like the 80s. So I would say that the early 2000s probably look more like the 90s. And you definitely kind of got that feel. So I'm going to give the performances a three. The music, and there was a lot of music in this, but they had one song that was a theme throughout the movie, and it was I found myself kind of singing it. Gotta hit the bullseye. And that was a theme song, like in Rocky, he's got dun 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 dun. Dun. Well, this one was you gotta survive. You gotta hit the bullseye. They kept playing that over and over again. But there was, the first song's at a music festival, so that kind of fit. And that's Bobby Deal's first introduction. And there's photos of Bob Marley and Jimi Hendrix. And the song is I Keep Your Love Safe in My Heart. The second song is in Bobby's apartment where they're having a little party. And again, not like just a number for the sake of a number. There was a reason why they were there. Um, there's other songs. Let's see. Okay, again, when he's testing his arm after he able to move it again, you got to survive. And he's running with a train. The fifth song is a celebration after he wins his first fight. Um, the sixth song is a sad song. The father's leaving without on God to go to the fight, and he's watching at the top of the house, sad. And then there's a song where Sonny and they show up for the fight, and it's a duet with him and the brother, with Karan. Um, the other thing, so the music was fine. I mean, I give the music a three. I wasn't bowled over by it. The overall, yeah, this movie was a three. I was expecting, I don't know what I was expecting. I thought it'd be a lot more Sunny Deal. And I'm not criticizing that it wasn't. But, with all the traction I've been getting, I thought this would really be a Sunny Deal film, but it really wasn't till he decides he's going to fight. Then it's all him. But the movie's Darhendra. Am I saying that right? Yeah, Dharmendra, excuse me, Dharmendra. Um, so that's what I give it a three. It was different. I do have to say there were certain points I was fading out a little bit. It's a long movie, but it was also, I didn't find out they were family till afterwards, and it might have changed it a little bit. But to be fair, also, and I want to be fair, when you watch it on YouTube, the way I had to watch it, the auto translate was a problem, and I'm telling you, just about every 7 minutes I had to watch a commercial, so I had to keep going to the laptop and hitting skip. That probably didn't help the enjoyment of the film either. Um, so I want to be fair about that. But there were, they also did something. They did bloopers at the end when the credits were running, which was kind of, I don't think I've seen that before, quite like that. Um, but yeah, you know what I would ask? and Sedan Gambier too. Um, I'm sure any Sunny Deol film is going to get me some traction, which is good. But I'd love to know. Give me a film. Anybody in the comment section. Give me a film that knowing my taste, because that is important, right? But also, what's a Sunny Deol film that you think people would go crazy over if I were to review it? Obviously, the one I did the trailer for isn't out yet, or at least not available here. So that's off the table for now. But give me, because, everyone in that trailer, all everyone talked about was Sunny Deol action star. So I'm looking for something like that, a big action movie with him in it that I can really see what he's all about. So that's it. So let me know what you think in the comment section about that movie if you have seen it. And any suggestions, again, any trailer you want me to watch. I got a few trailers I'm about to shoot, and then any movies you want me to review. I got my lists are getting bigger because we've got a lot more new subscribers, which is great. I love new maniacs. I want you to know that, but it's going to take a while to get through this list. In fact, I'm thinking about, actually, let me know what you think. I'm thinking about doing a poll where I'll list maybe 10 movies that I have from your recommendations, and have you guys all vote on which ones I should watch first. Maybe that might be. Let me know what you think in the comment section. You think that would be worth it to do, so you guys can help me decide which ones I watch first? Because there's a lot of them, and I appreciate that. I think that's fantastic. So if you're new to the channel, please subscribe, hit the notification button, hit the like button, and as always, please share. That's how we will grow this community. And as always, I'm humbled by your support and am thankful for it too. So thank you so much for that. And that's it. Okay, we'll talk to you soon on John Talks Indian Cinema with another 10ish minute trailer reaction or a 10ish minute review. Thanks for watching, everybody.
हर दिल की अपनी ताल है, अपना ही एक राग है। हर दिल की अपनी धड़कने, अपनी ही एक आग है।